Every business has tasks that repeat weekly, but until now, automating them with AI meant setting up a server, technical setup of cron jobs, or weeks invested in a workflow platform like N8N. But with Anthropic's latest Quiet update, that barrier just completely disappeared. Claude Code's scheduled tasks now run inside the cloud with zero technical setup. So imagine this, your laptop's shut, your phone's in your pocket, but the work still happens and you can see it from anywhere. And I've personally already moved my invoice reconciliation and my month-end reporting onto this. And in this video, I'm gonna build one live with you to show you how simple it really is and demonstrate how you can get started today with your own business workflows. So if you can describe the task you want doing, then you can set this up for yourself. But first, let's talk about what's actually changed, because scheduled tasks aren't new, right? Before this, you had three options, and none of them were great for a business owner. So option one was a local scheduled task. So inside the desktop app, you could still set up a scheduled task, but there was no option or no simple option to run this in the cloud. So these worked, but only while your laptop was open and awake. And there was this little option here to actually force your laptop to stay open so they would always be available to run. Then we had option two, which is Claude Managed Agents, or what I'd call personally the developer route. So it's definitely powerful and it has a lot of the functionality, but effectively at the end of the day, it's an API product. You're going to deal with a technical setup that most business owners just have no interest in doing. So you're going to be setting up credentials vaults, GitHub repos with your files, etc., etc. And then the third option was actually to go even more technical, but more powerful, was to rent a VPS and run Claude Code on a server yourself inside that VPS, and then have scheduled tasks run there through routines, which is effectively the same as Claude setting up these in the cloud, but you were having to do the technical setup and host this somewhere for yourself. But now with this release, you don't have to do the technical setup anymore. And I actually explored option three of setting up my own VPS in a previous video, and it involved a server, tmux sessions, and a Telegram bot to talk to it remotely. So it works, but to be honest, it was a real pain in the ass to set up, and it's a real pain to maintain between a server and your desktop too. Now, inside the desktop app, you just write what you want done, you pick a schedule, and it runs on Anthropic's cloud. You can either set this up manually, where you give it a description and a name, you give it a frequency of how often you want it run, you can make this custom, or you can actually go to new task and create this with Claude, which is what we're going to demonstrate today. But you can see this is the main focus, completely new, run scheduled tasks in the cloud, create a task and check in from your phone or your browser. And we're going to talk about everything that's new and why it's so important and powerful now. But we're also going to cover the limitations of it as it is today and the hope for where it will go as Anthropic starts to release future versions of this. And this is one of the most powerful bits, right? It's included in all the paid plans. So even though you can set up a task, have it run in the cloud, your Pro, your Max, your Team, or your Enterprise subscriptions are basically going to draw from normal plan usage rather than being billed as separate usage. So you've basically got the power of a workflow platform like N8N spun up in the same speed as it takes to type a prompt or read out a prompt into your voice dictation tool. And then it's got the benefits of being able to actually debug itself when a run goes wrong because it's got Claude Code underneath. Now you might be thinking, what does this actually look like for a real business use case? So let me show you the two I've just set up last weekend. The first one is invoice and receipt matching to transactions, or what I call weekly invoice reconciliation. You can see it runs every Friday, 4 p.m. And this is historically a huge manual process that you face at your year end to get your accounts in order. And I know personally, I don't really have the time or energy to do this every single week. So actually this helps me stay up to date. And what it's actually doing is receipts are landing in 3 different inboxes for me personally. And then my transactions are recorded directly in my accounting software, which in my case is Free Agent. And then someone, usually me or my accountant, has to link them all up, have to attach every single receipt and explain every transaction to make sure that the accounts are all in order. It has to be turned into something reviewable so that I can actually submit this with my annual accounts. And you can see that it's left me with about 600 transactions nearly over a period of about 6 months. But what it's actually able to do is see here from January 26 is that Claude on a schedule every Friday, and you can run this historically through all your transactions too, but every Friday, any unmatched or unexplained transactions with no attached receipts will basically go and search all of my inboxes for the relevant receipt and find and upload that attachment directly to that transaction. And you can see that it's done that through Anthropic here, and it basically means there's no manual intervention. It basically reconciles all of those transactions automatically. And this might seem like a simple use case, but it's going to save me a day or two and definitely save my sanity at least once a year. You can see inside this scheduled task directly, we can give it any name we want. It's got the description, which has been auto generated after it's asked ask me a bunch of questions, and you'll see that when we set up a new one. And it allows me to actually change the approval process. So if I want to manually approve things or get it to skip all approvals, then I can actually save that there, as well as change stuff like the frequency or the model being used. Now, the real intelligence around this is when you start building them out for yourself, it won't just assume it's got it right. It will go and historically grab data and run a test case on it and then iterate on the prompt so that it's made sure that it's done a trial run before it actually goes live this Friday, for example. And the second one then is month-end financial reporting. So it's kind of a similar idea, right? But a bigger scope. So at the end of the month, it pulls the numbers together into a simple aggregated report telling me exactly what came in and what went out every single month. And this one was just something that I was manually doing as a business owner, probably for far too long, right? So I was going into a spreadsheet at the end of the month, exporting live transactions from my bank account, and then doing the following manual steps. So I was determining what was the new month. I was dragging down some formulas in specific columns, adding names that were unattributed to expenses into a lookups field, and then creating a finalized P&L tab that I'd effectively review once a month. Now, this workflow is completely custom, right? Both of these are built around my own personal workflows, and yours will be entirely different. But as they're functions needed by every business, I decided to turn these exact ones into skills that you can use for yourself. And they're basically designed to interview you on your exact processes, what spreadsheets you use, what systems you use. It will then help you design this process for your bespoke use case. And it will take a couple of hours max end to end. So you can actually go down into the description and grab these for free if this is something you're looking for as well. And the total build time for both of these actual processes was about 4 hours. And most of that wasn't even building. It was just monitoring it, answering its questions, giving it approvals, and reviewing the test outputs that it actually generated for itself. So what would traditionally take weeks or days, or even hiring somebody, took an afternoon by myself whilst I did other tasks. And to prove that, I'm going to build one now from nothing so you can see how little there actually is to it, and to prove that anyone can do it. But a quick one before we build. If you are getting value so far and you've learned something new, then do me a favor and hit the subscribe button down below. And it's telling YouTube to show this to more business owners like you. Right, let's build this workflow live now. So we're going to go to the scheduled tab. We're going to hit new task up here and we're going to create it with Claude. It's going to open up a Cowork window. And whilst we're talking about that, if you go back to new, you'll have noticed that there's a consolidation happening. Cowork is now integrated directly inside this chat window. So we've got home and code now. Cowork allows us to work with local folders, and then chat is the traditional chat window. But that consolidation brings all of that data together now. So it says, what would you like the scheduled task to do? They've got a few pre-configured templates, but we're actually going to do another finance use case that might be useful to any of you as well. So this one is going to be about your subscriptions carrying on when you don't actually want them to. And the intent here is to notify you of any subscriptions that you probably no longer use, and therefore you're able to go in and actually cancel those subscriptions directly. So on the first of every month, pull all the recurring bills and expenses from my free agent account or my accounting software, compare each one to the previous month, flag anything that's increased in price, anything that looks like a duplicate, and anything unchanged for 6 months that might be unused. Send me that audit as an email. It should run first of each month, every month, early morning, doesn't really matter. And it should notify me by email when that's actually done. So it's going to pull all my recurring bills and expenses, compare them to last month, and flag anything that's gone up, anything that looks duplicated, and anything I haven't touched. So this will catch things like the price of a SaaS that's quietly crept up over the last few months, or trials that you forgot to cancel. And as you can imagine, there's a fair few tools I try out every month in the AI space. So this one's really useful for my own personal use case. Now, this one's going to look drastically easier for me than potentially for you, because I've already connected up my accounting software. So my free agent connector is actually already reachable, and Claude is already tested and it can see the bills, expenses, and recurring transactions. So if you've not already connected your accounting software, then this might take a little bit longer, but it will work you through the process of actually being able to connect to that. So it's already giving me the ability and a draft prompt to actually schedule those in here. However, I wanted to quickly show you where you connect up to your different services, because we'll talk about the limitations later, which cover the different connectors here. So if you go down to your settings tab here and you go into connectors, you will see there's a bunch of connectors that you can browse out of the box that you can connect to directly. So if you're using something like Xero for your accounting, then you can connect there, or Intuit QuickBooks too. Now, sadly for me, Free Agent was not set up as a partner here. So I personally created an MCP server that connects to my Free Agent developer app to actually connect into that and make that connection possible. And as you guessed it, Claude actually built and hosted that for me. So it's hosted on Vercel completely for free. And basically I've adapted a public repository. Somebody's already created a Free Agent MCP server, but I just needed to add a little bit of functionality like uploading and appending receipts. And therefore I've had to host it directly on my own server and actually just connect into that directly. And if you need to do anything like that, you can actually just go up to here, add a custom connector, and all you're going to need to do is connect to your remote MCP server URL, and all the credentials are actually handled on that server directly. Now, if you browse these connectors and you're not able to connect to an app that you're looking for, then Composio, which is in these connectors, is a great way to connect up to more MCP servers. And the principle here is the agent decides what to do, but Composio is going to handle the rest. And what that means is that actually it's able to connect to all your apps really easily. So similar to the connectors window inside Claude, we can go into Composio, we can go to toolkits, and you can see they've got 1,047 different apps inside here. They did actually have a free agent app inside here, but it didn't have complete functionality for me. And therefore I had to host it myself on my own MCP server to make up for that. But any tools that are available in here, as long as you have a Composio free plan, you get 20,000 requests a month to that tool. So in my example, where I had multiple mailboxes, multiple Gmail mailboxes that needed to be searched for invoices, I was actually able to set those up individually as connections to Gmail inside the Composio platform. And that means that when I'm interacting with those email addresses, we're just interacting through one MCP server, which is the Composio MCP server. And all of the authorization was done just with a one-click install inside here. So say, for example, I wanted to create a new one. I'd go into Gmail, I'd give it a name. We connect through OAuth, which is the one-click button. Just click Create Auth Config. And then inside here, we can expand this. We can connect our specific Gmail account. And you can see that we've just got the OAuth config inside here. So we just need to click approve. And then as easy as that, we are connected to another Gmail or another service. So I digressed a little bit there, but it shows you how to actually overcome some of the limitations, which we'll talk about. But this is the scheduled task, right? You're running an automated monthly audit of recurring bills and expenses in the user's free agent account. This is a read-only audit. Don't do any actions, basically. Only read the data and produce a report. And you can see it's basically created from that very simple prompt I gave it, a set of instructions that are going to be followed every month, 8 a.m. on day 1 of the month. Pull the recurring outgoing money, the things that look like subscriptions and ongoing services, supplier bills, expenses, bank transactions and explanations, and then do the following analysis. Look for price increases, look for possible duplicates, look for possibly unused, and then total monthly recurring spend for the last month versus the previous months. The final output is going to be an email that the user receives with a summary with what changed, what's suspicious, and totals of last month versus the month before. I'm going to hit schedule and it's now going to create that, but it's also actually going to go through and retrospectively make a test and produce an example output before it schedules it for me so that I can actually feed back into that process. It's asked if it wants me to do that test run. And I said, yeah, let's run the test run for June. And it's basically going to go through, test, and then iterate on that scheduled task if it can't find something that it specifically needs. And because we've got all the connectors set up, this is literally taken a couple of minutes to set up. You can see it's using my free agent MCP server now to go and list the bills, list the expenses, list bank accounts, and it will now summarize and actually send it to my email address. And that was literally the build, right? So notice we didn't use any server. We didn't have to set up a workflow canvas with like 40 nodes. My previous invoice reconciliation process was actually a workflow inside N8N, but it stopped working and I didn't have the time to dedicate to actually go and fix it and maintain that workflow. But this is effectively self-maintaining. It will tell me when something's gone wrong and try and fix it itself. And following Claude or Anthropic's update, every task now syncs to your mobile and to the desktop app automatically. So I can walk away from my computer now and still approve actions and see everything synced onto my mobile app. So it basically builds it in minutes. It runs it on a timer without your laptop being on and is accessible from your phone, but it can't do everything, sadly. And you need to know exactly where the limitations are before you move this to a real business use case. And I'm really hoping some of these will be removed in the near future, but there are some existing limitations. So not every repeatable process right now can be set up this easily. And there's kind of two key things. The first is files or lack of access to local files. So these tasks run in a sandboxed cloud environment. So they can reach things like your connectors, like Gmail, Drive, Notion, Free Agent, as we saw, right? But they cannot reach folders that are stored on your local machine naturally. So you can't point a cloud task to your Agentic OS folder on your laptop. And if a task then genuinely needs local files, then it has to run locally, which defeats the entire point of cloud scheduling. And the second big limitation is connections and keys. So you can't store credentials or API keys, and it won't let you put them in the body of the prompt either. So therefore, it's built on the pre-built connectors inside the desktop app, as we already saw, or OAuth connectors only. So you can't use things like a CLI or anything else that depends on your local machine setup or just API keys. So you have to use things like workarounds. You either have to have it as a connector inside of the Claude Code app or use Composio or a service like that, as you saw earlier, where we connected multiple Gmail inboxes to kind of get around this limitation. Now, if encrypted environment variables are genuinely what you need for one of your workflows, then that does exist, but it's in the managed agents or Claude managed agents view, which is effectively their developer product of this. It's more technical to set up. But none of these were actual deal breakers for the tasks that we built today. They don't need existing context that they need to access, and we were able to work around the connectors here. And the fact these are limitations today are suggestive of the potential future roadmap for Anthropic on this. So let's come back and see how our scheduled task has actually performed. So we've got the recurring spend audit between June and May. You can see that our spending rose around 15%, But that swing was almost entirely due to an increase in meta ads, where the software subscriptions and fixed bills actually held roughly equivalent or didn't rise that much in price. But it's actually pointed out 4 subscriptions that did rise in price. Looks like we added a seat to Excalibur Plus, or we've accidentally set up a new subscription. Notion, again, might be adding a member or a seat. Slack rose by 30% again, and it's been climbing all quarter. So that's one worth checking out. And then Airtable has also gone up 20%. It's pointed out 3 overlapping AI assistants. So naturally, I have access to quite a lot of different AI assistants and model providers. I've used OpenAI, Claude, Perplexity, plus separate API and open router usage on top of that. And then more alarmingly, I've got 4 infrastructure providers running in parallel: Google Cloud, Railway, Vercel, and Aless.io, that have all got spending behind them, right? So this has helped me identify very, very quickly, and will help me identify on a monthly basis all the subscriptions that have changed for that month and given me a targeted action plan. So I don't have to go and look through the data myself. It's a very tangible output that I can come in and actually just make those cost savings directly. And it took about 10 minutes to set up. So let's take it back up a level. So scheduled tasks now run in the cloud on your existing subscription plan. The 2 accounting automations are completely for free, yours down in the description below, but there's some limitations to scheduled tasks in the cloud as they are today. The first one is context, and the second one is connectors and secrets. They all need workarounds as of today. And if you want to check out the Agentic Academy in the description below, we build flows exactly like these alongside other business owners and teach you how to do the same. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.